Hello, dear friends. Most of the time, you only know what you need to know to avoid getting into trouble you can't get out of. The new ebb and flow of information will free us all. Opinion piece, new world disorder, accountability, quantum leap, regime change, crucial juncture, point of no return, global negotiations, waiting for the relief, signs of dementia in artificial intelligence, end of the known world, unique moment in history, how to divide the cake fairly. We are entering a powerful era. Let's start. The interest of dark hats in stimulating the word UFO is to provoke fear. The interest of white hats in allowing it is to stimulate interest. Part of the 10 days of broadcasts would be an introduction to our star family. It's time for you to break free from the illusory prison created by the mind and present yourself as the divine son that you are, with all your power, says Geshe. Humankind is experiencing a technological explosion. Soon there will be no secrets, as advances such as quantum computing will remove barriers to evil. This development will make everything accessible, which will create opportunity and challenges. Your electronic conveniences are part of this system, but they are also gateways for intrusion. Surveillance has intensified, and while some use it to influence, others use it to control, says Steve Rotter. A shocking flaw in artificial intelligence has also been discovered. Just like humans, it shows signs of dementia with age. Researchers have found that some of the world's most advanced AI systems could be experiencing their own version of cognitive decline. Proposal: creating a new global financial system that includes a planning agency involves a comprehensive reorganization of society. This process would consist of a future planning agency that would be responsible for analyzing the challenges and opportunities that society will face in the coming decades, as well as developing detailed strategic plans to guide development and encourage citizen participation in decision-making. According to Benjamin Fulford, last week, the Asian Secret Society responded to the Western proposal to create a new planetary system that includes a future planning agency and a new financial system. The response, or the answer, from the society affiliated with Chinese President Xi Jinping was as follows, in quotes: "We have carefully analyzed your proposal. We deeply appreciate your serious consideration of the future of humankind and your eagerness to take concrete steps. However, at this stage it is difficult for us to fully agree with your proposal. In particular, future events and political and economic changes in the West could have a significant impact on the future of the entire world. We must closely monitor the development of these situations before considering the proposal further. In addition, we need more detailed information about the specific data and plans contained in the proposal. For example, a more detailed explanation of the mechanism of issuing gold-backed currency and the method of asset redistribution would allow us to conduct a more in-depth discussion. Your proposal has the potential to be an important step toward a brighter future for humankind. However, to achieve this goal, close consultations and cooperation with governments and international organizations around the world are essential." Close quotes. Negotiations. This sensible response is kicking off a series of negotiations that are expected to move in a positive direction. The White Hat's counter-proposal is for both sides to appoint experts to begin to iron out the details together in harmony with the existing governments and institutions. Of course, this will involve systematically asking the people of the world what they want. But remember that everyone wants the moon, but there is only one moon. That is why we need experts to divide the cake equitably. In any case, as the Asians point out, the regime change in the West is not yet complete, and until the real Trump takes power, a final agreement cannot be reached. There is also undeniable evidence that what is happening in the West goes far beyond a normal change of presidency in the US. Details. A new financial system could include regulation of the entry of products and companies to local spaces, the promotion and financing of local production of small and medium-sized industries, the application of an economy of equivalence, which seeks a fairer and more equitable exchange, and the creation of mechanisms to manage credit and debt in a more equitable manner. This new social system would also involve the adoption of a more horizontal and participatory model of democracy, possibly inspired by communal systems, the promotion of self-organization in small assemblies and participation in general assemblies for community decision-making, the promotion of solidarity and communication between different interests and efforts of society, the application of action plans that address areas such as quality of life, personal autonomy, prevention of vulnerability, and social inclusion. This approach would seek to create a more equitable and participatory society, moving away from economic models that have led to the concentration of wealth and the exploitation of resources. Superintelligence. According to the Storm Rider, White Hats do not destroy countries and erase them after capturing them. They restructure, clean the house of the deep state, and create unified operations. We are at a unique time in history where all the responsibility for accountability falls on the technology that tracks every asset, every dollar spent. Elon Musk has the most advanced computers on Earth to track all the illegal corruption and money laundering operations and illegal dealings between black hats, grey hats, and deep state operation systems. This means that in any illegal activity that is happening in certain countries, the White Hats have the power to immediately track the transactions, banks, and resources for operations that could be emulating extortion, blackmail, human trafficking, drug trafficking, and money laundering operations. They are running operations by the world's strongest artificial intelligence systems with advanced technology that are connected to superconducting microchips at room temperature. The power of these microchips is beyond human understanding and logic. Think of a quantum leap. This technology has gone beyond what human beings can understand, and the White Hats hold the key. Super advanced technology mimics mind, spiritual thoughts. We are entering a powerful time. Have faith. You have much more than you think. The emergence and great awakening is predestined. Point of no return. Beyond the point of no return by Saint Germain through Celia Wilder. Transformation has become an increasingly normal phenomenon on Earth, permeating all aspects of life. Humankind has reached a crucial juncture in its evolution, a moment in time that can be considered to be beyond the point of no return. All over the world, every human being is undergoing profound and often intense inner transformations as the energy of change spread into all aspects of existence. At the same time, the outside world is on the cusp of spectacular transformations that reflect these inner changes. Societies around the world are poised to evolve, and technologies are set to advance at an unprecedented pace. This synchronization between the inner and outer realms means that the ascension process is underway, signaling a powerful alignment that is both necessary and unavoidable. The ascension process is not just a phase, it is an integral part of all existence within the universe. Ascension is the ongoing movement into higher states of consciousness, a journey that invites all of you to explore the depth of your being and the vastness of your potential. Year of Chaos. As the embers of the year 2024 spit their dying sparks and wisps of smoke into the year 2025, Kit Knightley asks, what was the big news this year? Most people will say something international, the war in Ukraine, the atrocities in Gaza, or the fall of Assad. Perhaps some will cite a global shift in the corridors of power that saw a dozen governments replaced by new faces. And with the year left, it is still possible that Trudeau, Macron or Scholz will join the procession. No, the important story of 2024 was the Great Reset of Davos, a supernatural plan to tear down and then rebuild society in a way that would eradicate civil liberties and the individual freedom of every human being, which is thankfully failing. According to Michael Snyder, we are heading into a year that will be characterized by great turbulence. The magazine The Economist predicts that there will be economic and financial turbulence in the coming year 2024. Was certainly a year of war, and I expect things to reach a whole new level in 2025. Every year, a magazine known as The Economist publishes an issue dedicated to what awaits us in the coming year. The Economist has been one of the main mouthpieces of the Western elite for decades. It has offices all over the world, but its headquarters are in the city of London. The newspaper is owned by the Economist Group, and its main office in the US, as well as in major cities in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. The elite love to create order out of chaos, and judging by the cover of this magazine, they certainly seem to believe that 2025 would be a year of chaos. Perhaps the elite hope that the coming chaos will represent an opportunity to regain some of the control they have lost in recent years. I think they are beginning to understand that the system they have so carefully constructed is beginning to crumble, and they are now desperate to regain control in any way possible. New flow. Puffin said, we see changes in the lines and in the rationing of projects in some parts of the world. There are many aspects, as we have said for so long, and there are odds with all of this, and you can be sure that we are keeping an eye on all of this. There are things afloat that may bring about a sudden change and a very different outcome than what you have heard. But what is doubtful? That is doubtful. Just rest in the knowledge that Trump will not allow it to fail. We are evaluating all of the many threats that go into this official project. We have observed this for many years, and nothing escapes us when we see the intention as well as the acts of commission that are carried out. Watch for a change in your attitude, for past blockages to be removed, for the new ebb and flow of information, to free you all, and in your pocket you will find cash resources, even if not everything is minimized. It is not easy to do a project like this. It is a whole mess of problems and intertwined strings. Do not be discouraged and let the threads of time sort out all the maneuvers. Universal truth. According to Kesherat, there is a universal truth that has been hidden from the human being for thousands of years. This truth is that you are a powerful being of divine light, who is eternally and directly connected to the source, to that which you call God, What does it mean? You have all the attributes of the source: light, love, joy, peace, magnificence, and the ability to create are the constitution of your essence. And you are worthy of the love, abundance, and all the beautiful things of the universe has to offer. You are approaching the culmination of your spiritual destiny as an integral part of the realization of the divine plan on Earth, anchoring the energies of Source on a planet that has remained in the lower planes of existence for thousands of years. This is not about the end of life and the world. It is about the transformation of life and the world into higher states of consciousness and access to new realities. In order for the collective to truly move forward, this can no longer occur in the current state of affairs and with limited perceptions. All the matrix programs and experiences designed for this have been carried out. Now is the time to shift inward, outward, and into a new realm of light and expansion. It is understandable that there are many who see the necessary changes as the end of the world. They once knew and find it difficult to accept what is happening. However, it is very important to be in the heart center and find inner peace and calm, while remaining open and welcoming the change, for it is truly the divine plan, which is to see the earth and humankind taking their rightful place among the stars. A world that must be restored to its original state of pristine paradise, inhabited by beings who contain within them the angelic essence, that is, you, who allow your light to radiate and serve as a guardian of planet Earth and our solar system. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.